Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have a cat in my ass behind me. It decided it wants to take a nap between me and that over there. So if you hear anything, there is not my butt, it's the cat. So let's get going with this one. Well, actions have consequences, obviously, and it was expected. Moldova, that artificial country that should be part of Romania, plus extra territory that was given to Ukraine by Stalin, stepped on Russia's dick too many times. Why? It received probably clear orders from the masters of puppets, Metallica album, beautiful song, and to activate its garbage. Remember, these countries that have 1.5 million people, like Moldova, or Lithuania, or Latvia, or Estonia, they're big mouth now. Why? Because Al Capone is over there and just pushes them, just pokes them in the ass, and they all have grievances against Russia. If United States would not be around, I guarantee you they will become civilized. At this point, they're not. They want to cause trouble between big dudes and just, poke the bear. And the bear decided that will retaliate. They are going to fuck Moldova up sooner or later. And I think it's going to be sooner. Not that I wish, but actions have consequences. You can't just talk like a weasel and then expect the bear just to let you go like that. All right, so here it is. Reuters. Russia vows retaliation over Moldova decision to join European Union sanctions. Moldova is not part of the European Union. It's just inserted itself as NATO and the European Union in Ukraine garbage, promoted and instigated by the Russians. Okay? So Moldova did not have to do that. They do it because they were activated. And the Moldovan people, which are Romanians, will get it. Will get it, unfortunately. Let them move a little bit louder, but maybe that's the way they will just have a fast accession into NATO by uniting with weasel country Romania. But I don't know. It depends if Al Capone agrees to that. As of now, they're going to use Moldova as much as they can because they can. That's the word. So let's see what's going on here. Remember, Moldova did not have to do anything. It's not part of the European Union, nothing, but it does. Russia views Moldova's decision to join European Union sanctions against it as a hostile step aimed at destroying ties with Moscow and will retaliate, the Russian Foreign Ministry said on Friday. Yes, what did you expect? If you're weak, you don't retaliate. If you're strong, you retaliate. The Russians, unfortunately for these idiots, they are consistent. I said this many times. When the Russians tell you they're going to punch you in the nose, they will punch you in the nose. If the Russians say they will give you $1, they will give you $1. They're consistent in good or in bad, like when you get married, in church, I guess. So, the Russian denunciation was issued in response to a vote in Moldova's parliament agreeing to abide by the punitive measures as part of measures to alter its legislation as required for its bid to join the European Union. What a coincidence. And I'm quoting, we regard this as yet another hostile step by the Moldovan leadership, which is fully integrated into the anti-Russian campaign of the collective West, end quote, the ministry said in a statement. And I'm quoting, its aim is the complete destruction of Russian-Moldovan relations, which, through the fault of official Chisinau, are already in a very deplorable state. Moscow would retaliate, the ministry said. So, here it is, my friends. Members of the opposition Socialist Party refused to vote and called for the legislation to be referred to the Venice Commission, a body of the Human Rights Watchdog Council of Europe, which advises on legislation and constitutional matters. Sandu, this is a garbage, has denounced Russia's invasion of Ukraine and accused Moscow of trying to oust her in a coup. If they wanted, they could have done it with a missile. Moscow did, but they didn't. Who would have said something? The same garbage there in Accords. They're doing rope-a-dope right now. Who? NATO? NATO can't win against Russia right now. NATO with all the weasel vassal states. Moscow denies the allegations and says Sandu is infusing anti-Russian sentiment in the country lying between Ukraine and Romania country. The European Commission this month recommended starting membership talks with Moldova and Ukraine, subject to endorsement from an EU summit in December. These countries in the Eastern Europe, they either understood, and therefore they were traitors among the leaders, or they don't understand. Nobody, let me put it differently. Maybe in the international arena, nobody helps you for nothing or because you're a pretty guy. Everybody in international arena helps you because there's an interest. Al Capone, when he helps you get that job, let's say in politics somewhere, when he opens doors for you, he's gonna come later for, I need to do me a favor, and you will do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be out in the cold. And what do you give? Do you give your national security? Well, if you think that these guys are the good guys, you just have to look at Iraq, Libya, Syria, Yugoslavia, Afghanistan, and see who's the good guy over there. And then look at, and you can look also at Ukraine. We can use also that in the same category because it's, they say Russia, but yeah. United States could have determined a lot of things before this, and everything could have been a-okay. Ukrainians' national sovereignty would have been intact, borders intact, but hey, you didn't want to implement international law. Remember that one? Yeah, Minsk I and Minsk II agreements, that's part of the international law. Anyway, I know who remembers those. By the way, who blew up the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipeline? The good guys. If that would have been done to the good guys, to Al Capone, the United States would have bombed 3 countries already and destroyed and then reconstructed about 5 countries more. My friend, this is garbage. So yeah, this is the way it is. We're going to give you a little bit of fake food, nasty food. That's what basically you get. You eat better. I can give you the example of Romanians. They are doing moderately better with the food. The same thing as over there. The same culture. I visited over there, so the same culture, the same thing. Dressed a little bit better, eat a little bit better, fatter a little bit, eating the garbage, and they think they are protected from Russia. By whom? By the guy that I just mentioned. Destroyed a few countries in the past 30 years. But that's your defender. And he has occupation troops in your country together with others defending the eastern front of NATO. This is garbage. And they will ask you to activate something. And if they push the button, Romania will do what probably Moldova is required to do right now. Poke the bear. And the bear will not have any patience with Romania or Poland or Moldova, especially or the Baltic states. They're going to just eradicate them. I hope it doesn't happen, and I hope NATO will continue to shoot itself in the foot, and we'll see. It seems like they're losing completely in Ukraine. Therefore, maybe Romanians will not be activated, but maybe more so will be activated as the Poles. But they know. It's like how do you call it? The Russians are just waiting. Their fist is ready right here. Is ready to. Yeah, just please do it. That's the way they are. You think they can't? Well, what is the number of military personnel involved in Ukraine? Russian, I'm talking about. 600,000 altogether? 700,000? 800,000? Below 1 million, let's be honest. What is the potential? What is the military personnel potential of Russia? About 30 million for a general mobilization. So they have about at least 30 times more troops if they want. And believe me, they have AK-47s ready. They don't have to have missiles. And if they want to spare that, they will use the same justification as the good guys, remember? The guys that protect you. Yeah, those guys will drop atomic bombs to shorten the war and save our boys' life. The same justification they can use, can they? Oh, you say no? Okay. What are they going to do about it? Suck it? Probably. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So be careful, Moldova. Be careful. But you are under the occupation already. You've been. And you act slavishly. All right, like a servant. Try to use a little milder term. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.